Shocking.
Good evening, Rolling Meadows. This is the April 23rd, 2019 meeting of the City Council. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Bud Matts.
Present.
Majikis.
Here.
Gallo.
Here.
Banger.
Here.
Diastis.
Present.
Williams.
Here.
With 6 present and 1 absent, there is a quorum. Therefore, members of the audience are reminded that these proceedings are being videotaped for current and future broadcasts over the city's cable and television network. The first order of business is to approve the minutes from the March 26, 2019 and the April 9th, 2019 City Council meetings. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I love participation. Thank you very much. Are there any corrections, additions, or deletions to the minutes? Seeing none, the question is, shall the minutes be approved? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it, and the minutes are approved. At this time, I'd ask for a motion to deviate from the agenda for the swearing in of police officers.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Ms. Majikis has made that. Mr. Bud Matts has seconded. Thank you. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We will now deviate from the agenda for the swearing in of police officers. The first person up will be Mr. Sean Ager. You think it's intimidating? If you thought it was intimidating out the street, come up to one of these meetings and see what real intimidation can be like. So, Chief, he's one of yours, so I'm just going to let you have 30 seconds to tell us a little bit about this young man.
Sure. Sean, along with Patrick and Robert in the back, they just graduated the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy, which was 14 weeks long. I just got word today, actually got the letter in the mail, they passed their state certification, so they are official. So, round of applause. Sean is a resident of Buffalo Grove. He actually graduated University of Illinois, Chicago. During that time, he's also a graduate of the Marines Officers Cadet School, Candidate School, and decided to be a police officer, which we're very excited about.
Thank you, Chief. If you would move over here next to the Chief. Hi there. I lost the sheet. I'm sorry. You went through all that for nothing. Step over here, please. Thank you. Face me. Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Slow, deep breath. We can do this together. I, Sean Ager.
I, Sean Ager.
Have been appointed to the office of police officer.
Have been appointed to the office of police officer.
In the city of Rolling Meadows, County of Cook.
In the city of Rolling Meadows, County of Cook.
Do hereby solemnly promise.
Do hereby solemnly promise.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
And the Constitution of the State of Illinois.
And all the laws and ordinances of the city of Rolling Meadows.
And all the laws and ordinances of the city of Rolling Meadows.
And that I will perform the duties.
And that I will perform the duties.
Of the officers of the office of a Rolling Meadows police officer.
Of the office of a Rolling Meadows police officer.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who's doing the honors? Perfect. Come on down, Dad. If you'd like pictures now, but I will do a short recess afterwards so that you can pose up again. once you get the badge on, everything else is easier, right, Chief? There you go. Our next officer is Patrick Nemec. Please come forward. Chief, you did that so well. I'm going to give you another shot at it.
Putting me on the spot. All right. Patrick is a resident of Mount Prospect. He graduated Harper College and also attended Elmhurst College, where he's got a degree in criminal justice. I know in high school he played basketball. He's got a little bit of a height advantage there, so which is good. Patrick also worked for us since 2017 as one of our police assistants, which is a non-sworn position, so he would answer the phones, work the police desk, and so forth. So we're very excited for Patrick.
Thank you, Chief. If you just and face towards me, place your right hand and repeat after me. I, Patrick Nemec,
I, Patrick Nemec,
have been appointed to the office of police officer
have been appointed to the office of police officer
in the city of Rolling Meadows, county of Cook.
in the city of Rolling Meadows, county of Cook,
Do hereby solemnly promise
do hereby solemnly promise
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois
and all of the laws and ordinances of the city of Rolling Meadows,
and all the laws and ordinances of the city of Rolling Meadows,
and that I will perform the duties
and I will perform the duties
of the office of a Rolling Meadows police officer
of the office of a Rolling Meadows police officer
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Okay, Mom.
Not as easy as it looks, huh? A little bit of pressure on you, but that's okay. Nobody's watching. Perfect.
You should always practice it again.
Congratulations. Next up, Mr. Robert Suchecki. So that we don't have to turn you around, we'll put you in the middle in the first. So, well, I'm kind of fortunate because many of us up here saw him when he was just a little tyke, and I happened to be at Rolling Meadows High School as the voice of the Mustangs up in the booth for soccer and football games. And number 18, Robert Suchecki, coming onto the field tonight. So it has been a long journey, and the family is here. I guess most of the family of Rolling Meadows is here. So, but Chief, I'll let you go one more time. I could go on and on.
Perfect. No, you're married.
That's it. That's it. Well, he went on to Carthage College. He played football there. He was trying to decide whether he was going to be a teacher or coach, and his heart came back to Meadows. So we're very thankful that he decided to do that, and we're glad that you're here. Now, if we can just get you sworn in and a badge on, man, we're great. Please raise your right hand. I, Robert Suchecki,
I, Robert Suchecki,
having been appointed to the office of police officer
having been appointed to the office of police officer
in the city of Rolling Meadows, county of Cook,
in the city of Rolling Meadows, county of Cook,
do hereby solemnly promise
do hereby solemnly promise
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois
and all the laws and ordinances in the city of Rolling
and
Meadows.
all the laws and ordinances in the city of Rolling Meadows.
And I will perform the duties
And I will perform the duties
of the office of a Rolling Meadows police officer
of the office of a Rolling Meadows police officer
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Okay, who's doing the honors?
Dan.
We are going to take a brief recess for a few minutes. If you'd like to come up, take pictures with the chief, our fellow officers up here. So please come on up, and we'll take about a 3 or 4 minute recess. So can we have the newly sworn in officers and their families come on up? Chief, I'll let you organize.
All right, come on, guys. Let's get a group picture.
Oh, the place is it.
Somebody open up the window, thank God. It was a little warm. Yeah, it sure was.
I kind of like that. Kind of that, what is that thing called, the Carolina?
You have that. Okay, we have that, okay. May I have a motion to close the floor? Mr. Baner has made that. His second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are now back into session. Under Mayor's report, I did have a meeting with residents. It's been one of several that we've had with Public Works, with Killarney Court in regard to trees and the discussion about traffic and some other items there. That happened on Monday night. I also had the opportunity to approve letters for liquor licenses for 2 more restaurants in the city of Rolling Meadows. Those will be coming before the council later this summer for final approval. Is there any ward reports? Seeing none, the meeting now is open to the public for 20 minutes. In order to secure the rights of citizens of the city to a fair and just representation before their elected officials and to guarantee to the elected officials an order and dignified form in which to conduct the city's businesses, no person shall be allowed to engage in any activity that will disturb the orderly proceedings of the city council. Per rules and procedures, the public is to address the city council, and the fact that no members of the city council responds does not mean that the city council or any member thereof agrees or disagrees with the comment. In order to obtain this objective, the following rules of conduct are hereby established. Any person who seeks to address the city council at this time for public comment shall be permitted to speak only upon the recognition of the presiding officer, and such person adhere to the following provisions. Each person addressing the city council shall state their name and their address for the record. Each person shall be granted no more than 5 minutes of the allotted 20 minutes in order to address the city council. Questions and/or commentary shall be limited to city business. Comments supporting or opposing a nominated person's candidacy for elective office of the city shall be out of order. Commentary shall be directed to the presiding officer unless the presiding officer permits the individual to address the council members or other city officers present. Discussion shall take place in a professional manner which displays mutual respect. Profanity shall not be used in any form or manner. The first signatory is Warren Prescott.
Yes, I
Yes, sir.
pass at this time. I didn't even make any public comments.
Okay, thank you. The next signatory is Nancy Mao. Thank you for coming forward tonight.
Thank you. I'm here, my name is Nancy Mao, and I live at 2609 Mill Creek Lane. And I'm here regarding resolution number 19R51, the electric sign on Quentin Avenue. I want to thank Mike Cannon, Rob Horn, and Fred Vaught for having the public information meeting. It was really well attended. We had the room pretty much full. And since the residents are pretty clear we don't want the sign, I'm asking that for tonight you guys vote no on this resolution versus tabling it for another month. Like, I know that it is on the agenda to have it postponed and then go to council of the whole and then to go to the next city council. So I'm asking if you guys can vote on the issue tonight.
Thank you for coming forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. That moves this council on to the next order of business. Ordinance is number 19-51, approve and accept a municipal sign easement for a proposed community event sign at 2550 Quinton Road. The Northwest Municipal Jawa property was tabled on the March 26, 2019 City Council meeting. Postponement requested to 5/28/19 City Council meeting. Do I have a motion to postpone?
So, Mayor, so moved.
Do I have a second? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. That resolution number 19-R-51 is postponed until 5/28/19. Ordinance B, number 19-25, is to adopt the city's comprehensive land use plan. Update. This was postponed at the 4/9/19 City Council meeting. At the April 9th, 2019 City Council meeting, amendment was made to allow for funding for translational services for the comprehensive plan. Action on the draft ordinance was postponed till the April 23rd, 2019 City Council meeting to allow the city attorney to make additional review to the document and to consider some questions from Alderman Cannon. These matters have now been addressed. The ordinance would adopt the proposed update to the city's comprehensive land use plan. The plan is intended to be guided and tool for evaluating future land use, development, and redevelopment proposals considered by the city. Is there a motion to adopt the ordinance?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Ms. Majikis has made that. Second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Williams.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. This ordinance is approved. This brings us to Ordinance C, 19-20 and 28. This amends the city personnel rules and regulations for non-union employees. The ordinance, if adopted, would amend certain sections of the personnel rules and regulations relating to the earning of sick leave and vacation accrual for Tier 2 non-union and non-sworn employees hired after November 2nd, 2010, and not covered by collective bargaining contract. Is there a motion to adopt this ordinance? Baner has made that, and Mr. Williams has seconded. Is there any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Bud Matts.
Yes.
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. That ordinance is approved. This brings us to Ordinance D, number 19-29, is to amend the city pay plan. This ordinance, if adopted, would approve the classification change for assistant to the city manager position to a C4 salary range for fiscal year 2019. Is there a motion to adopt that ordinance?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Baner has made that. Ms. Majikis has seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Bud Matts.
Yes.
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
That ordinance passes with 6 and none opposed. The next item on the agenda is the consent ordinances for first reading. It consists of 2 items, E and F. Does any alderman wish to remove an item for the consent ordinances? Seeing none, the clerk chairs it in order for one motion to consider 2 ordinances. Is there such a motion?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Majikis. Mr. Baner has seconded that. Ordinance E would approve a liquor license application for a B1 liquor license for Corporation doing business in Rolling Meadows Marathon at 4200 Kirchhoff Road. This ordinance, if adopted, would approve an application for a Class B liquor license. This liquor license application is being requested by the Corporation doing business in Rolling Meadows Marathon. This business currently has a Class D liquor license, which authorizes the sale of beer and wine. The business wants to expand the selection of alcohol beverages they are able to sell to include all liquor. This would require a new license classification. If the application is approved to award a Class B liquor license to Marathon, it will reduce the city's Class D1 authorized licenses from 5 to 4 and increase the city's authorized B1 liquor licenses to 1. F is ordinance number 19, is to approve a liquor license application for a Class B1 liquor license for Rolling Meadows Sitco at 2300 Plum Grove Road. This ordinance, if adopted, would approve an application for a Class B1 liquor license. This liquor license application is being requested by a Rolling Meadows Sitco. This business currently has a D1 liquor license, which authorizes the sale of beer and wine. The business wants to expand the selection of alcoholic beverages they're able to sell to include all liquor. This would require a new liquor license classification. If the application is approved to award a Class B1 liquor license to Sitco, it will reduce the city's Class D1 authorized licenses from 4 to 3 and increase the city's authorized B1 liquor licenses to 2. The question is, shall the 2 ordinances be moved forward for second reading? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. These ordinances move forward for second reading. This brings us to new business. The next item of business is to approve a warrant from the April 23rd, 2019, as presented by the Finance Department. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Banger's made that. Second?
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Williams? Is there any discussion? Seeing none, will the clerk please call the roll?
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
Majekis.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. This warrant is approved. The next item on the agenda is the consent resolutions. It consists of 6 items, H through M. Does any alderman wish to remove any items from the consent agenda?
Mr. Mayor, aye.
Yeah, Mr. Gall. I'm sorry, Mr. Gall. You said aye.
Letter aye, yes.
Thank you. The chair does declare in one motion to consider all 5 remaining resolutions in one motion without debate. Is there such a motion? Mr. Baner has made that. Mr. Diastis has seconded. The question is, shall all resolutions be adopted? Resolution H is number 19-R57, is to authorize the purchase of a Microsoft Office 2019 productivity software. This resolution, if adopted, would allow the city to purchase a Microsoft Office 2019 productivity software. Office 2019, the software has been budgeted for the fiscal year 2019 budget. J is resolution number 19-R-59, is to approve the release of closed session minutes and the destruction of tapes. This resolution, if adopted, would continue to keep certain closed session minutes confidential. K, resolution number 19-R-60 would approve the purchase of 2 illuminated entry markers. This resolution, if adopted, would authorize the purchase of 2 single-sided LED illuminated entry markers to replace 1 existing entry marker in need of extensive repairs on Wilkie Road and Euclid Avenue, and 1 entry marker was damaged beyond repair while repairing a water main break on Algonquin Road at Route 53 exit. L, resolution number 19-R-61 is to award a contract for engineering and design services for the elevated water tanks, number 1 and 2 painting project. This resolution, if adopted, would award a contract to Strand Associates to provide engineering and design services for 2 elevated tank painting projects. This contract will authorize engineering, design, bidding, and inspection services for the painting projects. The tanks are located at 3200 Campbell Street and at 3201 Central Road. These tanks are proposed to be painted over the next 2 years, years 20 and 21. Resolution number 19-R-62 is to award a contract for the 2019 sanitary sewer and storm sewer rehabilitation pipe relining. This resolution, if adopted, would award a construction contract to Hoare Construction Incorporated of Goodfield, Illinois, for the pipelining of approximately 11,076 feet of total pipe diameter of sanitary sewer and storm sewer. Again, the question is, shall all 5 resolutions be adopted? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Budmats.
Yes.
Majekis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. Those resolutions are adopted. That brings us back to resolution number 19-58, is to approve a purchase of 10 automatic external defibrillators. This resolution, if adopted, would allow for the purchase of 10 automatic external defibrillators to replace the older 10 in use. The fire department manages the location, maintenance, and use of the 10 EDs and place in public areas at city buildings. Do I have a motion? Move forward.
So moved.
Mr. Baner, do I have a second? Ms. Majekis? Mr. Gallo, you asked this to be pulled. You have first choice.
I did, and I was just curious to know, of those 10 that we previously had located in different buildings, how often they were used. Hopefully never, to be quite honest. But with that, did anybody explore purchasing recertified defibrillators for half the price of the original?
Chief, I guess that would be yours.
I did not research that. I reached out to the vendor, who is the same vendor for our cardiac monitors, which we have 7, and a service plan. And in fact, it came to light that we have not used them often. I believe the police have, if any, but I don't know of any time they've been deployed. One time, maybe 2 years ago, it was used at the, it wasn't ours, but it was the one at the ice arena, which resulted in a cardiac save. As the fire chief and the provider of best emergency services, I would say the ones we are purchasing are state-of-the-art. They have a modem in them. They send out a signal for GPS tracking should they be in use and when they're in use. And they also send out an automatic email to the designated administrator when the battery goes low, so we don't have any incidents with that. And we got through our vendor, we did get a very favorable trade-in allowance on the 3 outdated ones and the 7 others that are 4 years old.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mr.
And it's
Gallo.
part of a capital, it is in the capital plan for replacement.
Mr. Gallo, further questions?
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, Mr. Gallo, further questions?
No, other than just, I guess, a follow-up to that is that the recertified refurbished defibrillators have to comply with all standards relevant to that which we would need. And for the shelf life that we honor, I think it would be prudent for us to look into spending $600 per defibrillator versus $1,200 or in excess of $1,200 for each. That's all.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Diastis.
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
With 6 in favor, none approved, the purchase of resolution number 19R58 goes forward. This brings us to other businesses and reports. Tonight, I do have a couple comments. I will be asking for reappointments for boards and commissions. When I went forward with this and I looked at these, what I was looking at is I was hoping to make a minimal amount of appointments and leave them for the next administration. However, as I went through these, we don't meet till May 14th, so I did a minimal reappointment so that there would be a quorum on all the committees and commissions that would be running, like zoning and planning there, and left the rest of the appointments to be done by the next administration. So I just wanted, and in the future, future councils may want to look at maybe changing the terms possibly so that they happen after an election. Just a thought that we would put out there. Anyway, for boards and commissions tonight, I have Planning and Zoning Commission, Todd Fink, and then Tom Ratisky. Then I have the Police Pension Fund, Board of Trustees, Mark Nanini. And then I have the Fire Pension Fund Board of Trustees, Pioneer Ski. I have the Economic Development Committee, which is Dave McNally. The Veterans Committee, which is Jack Reif and Father Brian Simpson. The Ad Hoc Capital Improvement Committee, which is John Diastis, Jack Leftakau. I have the Finance Director, Melissa Gallagher. And then I have Bob Loesch and Public Works Director, Fred Vogt. Can I have a motion to approve all these reappointments in one motion?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Ms. Majikis has made that. Mr. Diastis has seconded. Is there any discussion? Yes, sir.
2 of the people on the ad hoc committee, John Diastis and Fred Vogt, neither of them will survive their 3-year term because of term limits or retirement. So I don't understand the rationale behind appointing them to committees that we know that they can't fill the term on.
I brought them forth so that there would be continuity, and then the new administration will be able to pick in the future who they want on there. So I'm bringing continuity to this, and that's the reason for the appointment. So,
okay.
Thank you. Further discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Williams.
Yes.
Bud Matts.
Yes.
Majikis.
Yes.
Gallo.
Yes.
Baner.
Yes.
Diastis.
Yes.
6 in favor, none opposed. Those appointments are approved. There is no proclamation from the mayor. There is no city report. City Clerk's report, Community items of interest, Mr. Krumstock?
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. Obviously, the first one that we do want to mention is that Anna's Red Apple, located at 2121 South Plum Grove Road, is finally open for dinner. Obviously, we usually get a lot of calls about that. Why are they not open for dinner? Now that they have video gaming that they were approved, they actually opened for dinners now. So Monday was their first time. So you can see the friendly faces over at Anna's Red Apple now all the way from morning to evening. We also want to mention coming up on Thursday, the second annual Business and Community Showcase will be conducted. And again, that is Thursday, April 25th. This year, we have moved it to the Meridian Banquets. That's 1701 West Algonquin Road. Between 4 and 5 is the business to business, so the members who are there will be participating in their own. And then 5 p.m. it starts, that it opens to the public, and it goes from 5 to 8 p.m. And again, that's this Thursday at the Meridian Banquet, 1701 Algonquin Road. We do want to mention that Earth Day activities are set for April 22nd from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You can always contact Public Works at 847-963-0500, or you can show up on Saturday at 9 a.m. at the old Public Works building at 3200 Central Road. Obviously, on Saturday, April 27th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., the police department will be conducting with the DEA a drug take-back event at the front parking lot here at City Hall. There are no questions. You just drop them into a box. We do not take liquids during this event. It's prescription drugs. And a reminder that we do want to mention, if you do miss the take-back events that typically are done twice a year by the DEA and typically police departments throughout the area, we still have the gray box here on the second floor. It is open 24/7. You can drop off any kind of prescription drugs that you're done, or you're cleaning out a house or cleaning out a friend's house. It's better to dispose of it that way. The gray boxes come from Cook County. They typically dump the boxes once a month. If they're overflowing, then they do come within a timely manner. But again, it's a great way to keep them out of the flow, out of the sewers, out of anywhere else that you would have old prescription drugs going. And again, that is also Saturday, April 27th, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Then we want to remind people, because this is the off month from the production of the printed one, but the April electronic news and views that we call the e-news and views is out there. You have to visit the city website at www.cityrm.org. Just click on the news and views. And again, this is a sister publication of the printed one. And we do, obviously, 6 times a year print, 6 times a year electronically. Then coming up, the Pancake Breakfast on Saturday, May 11th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. The fire chief and other firefighters, depending on who's working that time, will be cooking for the Golden Years Association, or their council, I should say. This is located at Park Central, 3000 Central Road. There is a fee for this event. If you buy your tickets early, it's $1 less. But again, that is Saturday, May 11th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then you can take a nice little walk over for the Garden Club Hometown Plant and Craft Sale, which is also on Saturday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's at the Public Works Building located at 3200 Central Road. As you walk from Park Central to the sale, you can actually stop at the museum, and that's 3100 Central Road. And they will be having an open house, and again, the same hours between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. We do want to remind people that now that the weather is actually nice, and obviously we hit the 70s on Monday, but we do want to mention to people coming up that the sprinkler ban in the city of Rolling Meadows starts May 15th, and we do want to remind people to conserve water throughout the community. Lawn sprinkling is prohibited between noon and 6 p.m. daily on consecutive days. And then coming up, and we'll reiterate this at our May meeting, first one of the month, but the 17th annual Dunkin' Donuts Cop on a Rooftop promotion will take place on Friday, May 17th from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m., and this will be at the Dunkin' Donuts located at 3350 Kirchhoff Road. We also want to mention future, coming up on June 17th, there will be a flag retirement ceremony conducted by the Scout Troop 168 That will be at 7 p.m. at the Kimball Hill Park Fireball Pit. But why we mention that now is that if anyone would like to bring a flag to be retired, you can always drop them off here at City Hall. We do make sure that they are brought over to the event on June 17th. And obviously, this is the last meeting of April, so we would like to mention our May committee meetings for EDC and the Planning and Zoning Commission. EDC tentative items to discussion consist of the new business feedback and contact distribution, business and community showcase update, and that would be from the April 25th event, business advocate update, items of interest for the city, continued discussion on the open land, empty office building incentive, real estate transfer tax incentive program, Chamber of Commerce update, and then obviously other items of interest that we bring to this committee meeting. For the Planning and Zoning Commission, and again, they will be meeting on Tuesday, May 7th at 7:30. So you can go to the 6 p.m. meeting for EDC, and then you can stay for the 7:30 meeting. And there's really one discussion that's going to be partaking in this meeting, and it really deals with the zoning code changes that are now with TESCA and working with the city before the city council actually sees that. But there are no hearings scheduled for this meeting, only the discussion on the zoning code. With that, those are items of interest for April 23rd.
New business?
Really just 4 new ones that we do mention from the March list, nothing really to highlight.
Thank you. Are there matters not on the agenda tonight? Mr. Diastis?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For a future committee of the whole meeting, excuse me, I'd like to propose a discussion of an ordinance to enact a Rolling Meadows senior property tax freeze. And second, on a future committee of the whole meeting, I'd like to have a discussion of an ordinance whereby any elected official must receive over 50% of the vote. So if we could have those two put on future committee of the whole meeting so we can vet those out.
Anything, any other matters not on the agenda? Thank you. Anything else? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Your second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.